in 2014, I was not happy with what was happening. And I felt a sense of, dissatisfaction, like I have to do something more. And then I decided to write a book. So along with my coaching class, whenever I would get time, because coaching class business takes up all your time. There were no vacations, and we had morning batches, evening batches, night batches. So after night, I would put in like 1 hour or something, and I finished a book. I finished it more in the Diwali vacations because then I got that time. I finished it. And this book, at that time, I did not even know what are publishers, who are the publishers in India. I, of course, knew the bigger ones, but I did not know the process, how to go through it and all. Nothing I knew. So once the book was done, somebody told me that you can put the book on Amazon directly. That was through the KDP program, the Kindle program. I did a little bit of research. And as soon as the book was done, I edited it and all that. I made a cover. I got it made by an artist, and then I put the book on Amazon. So this I did in the beginning of 2015. And once the book was out there, people started coming. People started reading it. So I was also amazed at how quickly people started downloading the book. Maybe it was because on social media I had already put the word out. So since 6 months I was like promoting that okay, this book is coming and all. I had a Facebook group, and people started downloading, people started reading. The book ranked on number one, and this happened within 2 days of release. So within 2 days of its release, the book was number one on Amazon India in its horror category. So this is the book. I have it with me. This is the book, Maya's New Husband. Uh, yes, and this book did quite well. It stayed on that top 10 of Amazon for about 18 months after that. The book was released in 2015. So when that happened, the producers and producers also, as well as the publishers, then they started pinging me. They started contacting me that, okay, we want to publish a book. We want to take it for a movie. So that's how the journey began. And when that happened, slowly the next year, that is 2016, I decided to shut the coaching class because I was anyhow not very happy with the way that I was giving so much time to it, and it was not creatively satisfying. At that time I got this call, what they say, there is a calling. So that happened within me, and I felt that okay, I'm a creative person and I cannot do this teaching the same thing again and again every year. So I was feeling that. So then 2016, my wife and I, we decided that okay, we will shut this institute, which is what we did. And today I am a full-time writer. I have 8 books out now, and out of those 8 books I have got 3 books which are commissioned for us for the screen adaptations. So I recently signed a deal. Maya's New Husband was the first one. Then I had in 2017 another book, Yakshini. This was brought out by Rupa Publications. So this has been signed for a whatever it might be on screen. It could be a web show or a TV show or a movie. So this has been signed. And then I had another big release. Last year, this is in October. This is Haunted. And this book came out as a commissioned project with Penguin. Okay. So Penguin wanted to do a horror book. So when they wanted to do a horror book, they wanted this stories of paranormal investigators. So they had one paranormal investigator, Jay Alani. He's pretty famous. Yeah. So he goes to these haunted locations and he finds whether ghosts are there and all or not. So he does that. So his stories, Penguin wanted to tell. But then Jay is not a writer. So they wanted a writer. So that's how Penguin told Jay that you get in touch with Neil De Silva. He's doing well in horror. So then that's how Penguin put us all together. And then this project happened. And then the book was released in October, Haunted. And very soon after that, I mean, the book went live. Within 3 hours of that, we got a deal for a screen adaptation. And this deal was through the Inten network, the network that owns Epic Channel. So they are making a show on this of a 10 episode kind of thing. And this is where I am right now. I have 2 more deals with one with Rupa and one with Hachette, both books releasing this year. So my journey has been one of somebody who changed the direction of life at 40. So I was 39 when I shut down my coaching class, and that was the time. And people were there all around me telling me that don't do this. You are giving up something which is earning good money to you. You have got so many students. Why are you doing that? But then I knew where I was standing, and then I came to this, and it's good. The deals and all that are coming in, they are doing very well, and I'm very happy right now, both creatively as well as, I would say, monetary.
Okay. Are you making the same money as I used to make in the coaching classes?
I will be there. I will get there
Okay.
because when the deals come, that's very good money when the deals
Hmm.
come. Because
Hmm.
now uh, we have sold some of the amount that I I don't know for sure, but the amount is being said that it is one of the highest that has been given for a
Wow.
web series adaptation of a book. That is for Haunted, and this is one of my 3 books that has been
Hmm.
adapted. So is under everything is underway. Plus, I do some screenwriting as well. So there is another show that I'm writing, which might be going on Netflix. I'm still on the way of writing the show right now. Means I have written the stories, and this is being shot all over India, 5 different 1 hour movies kind of thing.
Hmm.
This is something that is also being developed. So I am doing all the screenwriting stuff as well.
Okay.
So that way, yes, it's going very well.
Hmm.
And I'm work from home, so I don't have an office to go to.
Yep.
So the lockdown actually didn't make a difference to me because I was anyway working from home.
Yeah. Quite a few people are doing that over then, especially if you're working nearby from home also makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. So Neil, why horror?
Maybe because it started when my dad was, when I used to sit next to my dad and we used to discuss stories at that time. So he had all kinds of clients, all the big producers, but his biggest clients at that time were the Ramsey brothers.
Oh, okay.
So every Ramsey movie has come through us. I mean, has been subtitled in my house.
Okay.
Okay, a small that 2 BHK apartment that we had in a 50-year-old building. Now it is 50-year-old. So that is the kind of thing that we did. And dad was, he also had a full-time job. So he used to
Hmm.
go on a job. And these movies, when they used to come, it was always a rush. Like, 3 दिन
Hmm.
में करना है, 7 दिन में करना है and all that. So then dad started training me to
Oh,
translate. My languages
okay.
were good.
Okay.
He started teaching me how to type and how to understand the technical script and all that kind of thing. So when the movie called Purana Mandir came, Purana Mandir is one of Ramsay's hit movies. So when Purana Mandir came, so at that time that movie was in my house for a long time, for 3-4 days, and then dad was running out of time, so he told me that can you translate it. I was in 7th grade at that time.
Oh, wow. My God.
So I did it, and nobody could tell the difference. Of course, dad checked it before sending and all that. So that is where I learned, and I think the horror thing started there. And also from my dad's collection, I used to pick up all the books that he had and just read them in the afternoons when I was completely school was not there. My mother used to take a nap, so those
Hmm.
3-4 hours were just to me. And the books that I used to pick up, invariably they would be like Dracula and Frankenstein and all these things from my dad's collection.
Hmm.
So I think it all started from there. And then when I started watching TV and movies and all, always the dark subjects, the dark fiction, that is what always captured my attention.
Hmm.
I wanted to build a world like, or I wanted to build concepts like how in Frankenstein they have a sci-fi entire, it's called as the first sci-fi novel of the world. So I wanted to do things like that.
Hmm.
So that has stayed. And in 2014, when I started, when I thought of writing my novel, that is Maya's New Husband, the story came to me first. I did not think of what genre I should write. It should be romance or mythology or what. So the story just stuck with me. And then I had to write that story. And when I was writing it, that time I didn't think of the genre. But the way that I was writing it, I found out that, okay, it is going in this horror zone. This story will be very scary. So then that's how it ended up being horror. And then,
Okay.
then horror continued because I got the tag of it.
Okay. So one of the things, people when they write about horror and all, it's always this gore and slashing. Like if you Nightmare on Elm Street, there's then your Friday the 13th and all. So India is not so much into that as much as US is into that over there.
No,
So
no.
what is the reason of behind that?
See, India does not like gore. That is for sure.
Hmm.
So slashers in India have never worked. So we don't want movies where a serial killer is running on the streets and just chopping people down. So
Hmm.
we don't like that kind of films. They have never worked in India. That kind of
Hmm.
horror never works.
Hmm.
So the kind of horror that works in India is, stories of ghosts or
Hmm.
legends. Legends
Hmm.
work in India very well.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
in the 80s and 90s, we had the legends of the Chudail, Dayan, and all that kind
Hmm.
of thing. So
Hmm.
that was working very well for the Ramses.
Hmm.
Today, that is of course not working. But today, then it is about haunted houses. It is about a family which
Hmm.
is caught in a conflict. So that kind of horror always works in India.
Hmm.
And we don't like to see blood on screen. We are a squeamish sort of people. And
Hmm.
our inclination is more towards story. So
Hmm.
we are looking at story. We have always been story people. Western people, I mean, I'm talking about Hollywood, they have always been, graphics people and
Hmm.
treatment people. They want to see big extravaganza on screen. They want to see an antagonist who is more than human,
Hmm.
running around slashing people. We don't like that. We want to
Hmm.
see a haunted house, a pure story. So that is what even in my books I do.
Hmm.
My stories are very Indian. So it's a story first. The horror
Hmm.
element is just the medium through which I'm telling the story.
Correct, correct. Okay, so guys, what are the tips you have on a lot of times, people nowadays the fad is to write a book.
Hmm.
You might be seeing that a lot. People write, there's a person I know he's taken his Facebook page and said, I'm going to make a book on all my Facebook posts which I've done. So, but that's one of the I think somebody is breathing very heavily into the phone. Yeah. So some of the posts which should be there should have a kind of a just 1 second. Neil, can you just unmute yourself? Only Neil. I managed to
I
mute
did.
everyone. Yeah.
I did.
It's,
I did.
there's a thing called as Alt M. It mutes everyone.
Acha.
So instead of me going and finding out who's making noise over there, so the guest also gets muted over there.
I used
Okay.
to do that in my classroom sometimes. I wish I had that feature.
So the thing is, writing a book. A lot of people are writing books nowadays, which has become a kind of a vanity thing.
Hmm.
So a couple of people have told me I've written a book. So all I do is because I've written a book, I've become an author and I get speaking assignments because of that.
Yes.
So, but all the books today they're writing is on self-help or something like that. There are very few people who are looking at fiction as a writing. So why should a person write a fiction novel? I mean, what is that? Will that sell less, or what is the kind of idea behind that?
Okay, these are two questions in one because
Yeah.
you are also asking me about why do people go towards the fiction side? Because the thing is, you cannot. I feel, I strongly feel that the thing of writing fiction that has to come from within. A
Hmm.
story has to come from inside you. And there are some people who are, we are all good storytellers. We do that. We can tell stories to our kids and all that very well. All of us can do that.
Hmm.
But then when it comes to writing it, and when building a novel of say 300 pages with so many scenes and all,
Hmm.
so that might be a challenge. But
Hmm.
then that's a very fun challenge. If you sit
Hmm.
down
Hmm.
and you have those characters and you build that. So writing fiction, I feel it has to come from within. So you have to ask yourself that question: why am I writing fiction?
Hmm.
Writing
Hmm.
non-fiction is comparatively easier
Easy.
because some of my books are also non-fiction. But there the focus is on research. The focus is on authenticity. So if you are wanting to put all that research in one compilation and give it to the public, then non-fiction is for you.
Hmm.
Self-help is something that also you are giving your advice and your
Hmm.
tips to people. So that is another genre. But when you're writing fiction, you're creating something out of nothing because that
Yeah.
story doesn't exist at all. So that is the challenge that I really love doing that. I
Hmm.
love building my own world. It's like my playhouse.
Hmm.
I put my characters, I put my conflict, I put everything, and that is where I play. So that is what fascinates me about it. So everybody will have a different take on this.
Hmm.
Fiction as a genre, how it is working. So that is what is your second part of the question. Now here I will have to give a very pragmatic view of this. Today, because of the lockdown and stuff like that, things that have been happening over the last 1 year, the publishing houses. So I'm with three of the biggest publishing houses of India: Rupa, Hachette, and Penguin. So the publishing houses are now shying away from taking new fiction projects. So this, I don't know, it might be a deterrent, but this is what is happening, and this is a temporary thing. It will go away soon. Why this is happening is because people are not buying books. So we have the paucity in numbers of people who read, and they are moving on to read on Kindle and ebook platforms. So that is what is happening. That one shift is happening.
Hmm.
But at the same time, there were good stories coming out as well. So apart from like 3 4 of the big publishers, the others are all open for fiction still.
Hmm.
So that is happening, but the industry is slowed down.
Okay.
And I think because of this lockdown, that impact will also happen. But
Hmm.
anyway, when you give a manuscript to a publisher, it takes anything up to a year for the
Oh.
book to come out. It takes a year. So I
Okay.
think by that time everything will be sorted out, and the fiction will again come, because you cannot have literature without fiction in it, right? So
Okay.
that is
Absolutely.
going to happen. About
Absolutely.
the profitability of it,
Hmm.
talking in terms of money. So when I first wrote my book, I did not think about money at all. I just wanted to tell a story. But now, after 8 books, you tend to think in those lines also, because now this is my full-time profession,
Hmm.
right? So as per number of books, so Maya sold very well. Maya's New Husband, my first book, it did very well, good numbers, because it was ranking very high, and all those stuff. Even the other two that I showed you, they are also doing very well, performing well. But now the lockdown has happened. So, and in terms of royalties, what Haunted has received from the publisher is again a big figure in terms of what the publishing houses give.
Hmm.
So this is an advance royalty that I have received. So that is a big figure. And it is like this with authors. The more books you write, the more you can demand.
Okay.
So that goes, exponentially. But the big money always comes from deals, from movie deals.
Hmm.
So now what is happening is, because of this, explosion of OTT
OTT
platforms.
platform. Yeah.
There is Netflix, there is Amazon, there is Hotstar, MX Player, Voot. All these people are looking for something. They are looking for content.
Hmm.
And for content, these people, the OTT platforms, they operate differently from TV.
Hmm.
So what TV used to do, TV used to hire writers.
Hmm.
That this is our story, you write an episode. So that is how TV works.
Hmm.
But for OTT, they don't do like that. They don't do this, din ki majuri ka kaam. So
Hmm.
what OTT wants, they want a perfect book, a proper book with an ending. They go for that, and then they want to adapt that book. So they will put a team to adapt the book. So why they need a book is that then they know that the story is finite. One of the topmost shows in India right now is The Handmaid's Tale, which is based on Margaret Atwood's story, and it's on Prime. So all these books, which are, when they are adapted, we have a finite story with us.
Hmm.
So that is where I know a lot of my author friends who have got movie deals in the last 1 year. Lots. I'm talking about, the number might touch 100. So
Acha.
there is that kind of numbers that we are playing with, and these are all big deals, huge deals. One of the biggest deal that I heard of in the last year, this was an opposite deal. Means the movie was there first, and then the book was made on it. This
Ah.
was Anand Neelakantan,
Okay.
the one who is now writing the book on the Bahubali movie.
Acha. Okay.
He's writing a trilogy. So 2 books are already out. He's writing a third book, and these 3 books are stories. They are the prequel of Bahubali. So that is what he's writing. So this is another kind of
Hmm.
thing. This is the reverse. This is the movie to book. So that is also catching hold. So this is where fiction makes money. Fiction
Yeah.
doesn't make money from book sales, except if you are Chetan Bhagat or Durjay Datta or somebody like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then you can command something, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for us, it is the deal.